and welcome back to the video. Today we have breaking news. Breaking. But before we get into the breaking news, I have a few things to tell you about my channel. I will be streaming this cash cup right here. If you survive for 20 minutes, if you survive for 12 minutes, if you get 10 points, you get a skin, the golden apple skin. I'm not going to get into that. But let's get right into what I was talking about. But let me just go over the prizes. You get an Xbox One X, a PlayStation Pro controller. So yes, you get that. Oh, and a Nintendo Switch. Yep. So, but for the longest time, you may have seen it. I just logged on. It's currently 8:40 p.m. right now. And for the longest time, PC and phone and Mac have not been able to see this, but finally, we've seen it. We have it. We got it. The comic book for the new season. I am a big Marvel fan, so this I'm assuming is a bridge that Heimdall keeps. I'm speculating. This is an actual comic book. An actual comic book in real life. I'm gonna just to Asgard, City of Gods, Kingdom of Thor. I'm not gonna get too in detail in this. I'm just gonna read in my head because my voice is getting a little bit raspy. So yeah. 2 weeks. Thor's been gone for 2 weeks. Thor's on the okay. So as I know this, we may be seeing, because a lot of people have speculated this on YouTube. One of you know how we got the event. Well, there's a new Deadpool movie coming out, Deadpool 3 or 4. I forget if it's 3 or 4. I don't know if Deadpool 3 is out yet. But they're saying that maybe Juggernaut may be in here. And if Juggernaut is in here, that would make a lot of sense considering Juggernaut with his power is already a Thor problem. Like Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk could not even defeat him. He's already because he has so much power because he got the stuff in stone. It would make sense for him to be in the season. That's Galactus. That's Galactus. If you guys don't know what Galactus is the strongest person in the universe. He's stronger than Odin, stronger than anybody, because he is the destroyer of worlds. But the only person power, a lot of people else have been speculating is if the Juggernaut thing is false, Thor in the comic book has to take Galactus to So Silver Surfer may be a skin because Silver Surfer is basically Galactus's pet. Basically, he's basically a scout dog to make sure that he can eat the world. If you guys watch Transformers, one of them, the makers only terraformed worlds without life, like trees and crap, like no one cares about them. So, but if it's a civilized race, if there's a civilized race, they do not destroy it. Galactus is somewhat like that, but if the population is like over like 10 billion, that planet's going bye-bye. But we are in the billions. In the comic books, Earth's population is over 10 billion people. And that's what, cause there's in the comics there's little countries like Doom's little country. Then you have what's his name? You have Wakanda as well in there. So, and Wakanda is estimated to have around 4 billion people in it already. estimated because it's Africa for crying out loud. It's in Africa for crying out loud. And there's so many more fake countries in Marvel that have so many people in them, and so it would make sense why Silver Surfer would come to Earth or the Fortnite universe, considering there's over almost I don't even know, but um if Galactus does come to our world in the Fortnite, that for the storyline means this. Fortnite is not a simulation, because in the last thing, Fortnite was supposed to be like a simulation and all that, not in real life in the game. It was supposed to be like a simulation. It loops over and over again, because when you think about it, it's a loop. It's a constant loop over and over again. The Fortnite game is. Every match is a loop of the match before that, but with different people in it, or the same people. You don't really matter. Um, but it would make sense. If Galactus came, that would mean that Fortnite storyline is not a loop, because Galactus could come to it, meaning it's not a simulation, meaning it's an actual place in the world, in the game universe, in this universe, the Fortnite universe. This is someplace on Earth, meaning because we've seen Captain America, so he came down. Find it hard to believe that this is a loop. They're saying the people that created the game, well, in the actual thing, because it's funny because there's Epic Games who created the game and created the storyline for the game, and they're saying that the game is run by a gaming community that named by a game, so it's really confusing. And I'm trying not to linger on this too long, but let me oversimplify it for you guys so you may get it easier. Basically, a gaming place, Epic Games made a game, and then there's people in the game that made Fortnite, that made another game. So I just oversimplified it for you, but this is Galactus, and Galactus is a surprisingly an Odin, an Odin and Thor level threat. He is an Odin level threat. If you don't know who Odin is, he's the second most powerful person in the universe, in the Marvel universe. He is a Thor and Odin level threat. That's how powerful he is. So you may have time to read this. But I'm assuming that's Galactus's hand right there. That looks like Galactus's hand, or it might be either on the dark side's DC. Whatever the black guy, there's a big guy in the comic that this is actually based off of. That Thor has to take him to every place and actually give him the stuff. So let's go to the next page. Go to the next page. Oh my god. So yes, that is Galactus' hand. As you can see, he's reaching down. And I'm gonna yes, same hand. So apparently he's trying to grab Thor. There's no words, so I don't have to read this. Galactus of the exist. You can pause this and read each page, or you can just go into the game and read it for yourself. It explains that I can barely read this because of how weird. What is that? Is that a 2 or a J? Hey? Is that supposed to be a 2 or is that supposed to be a T or J? I don't know. I don't know. I'm actually confused. Well, it isn't. It's technically another language because Asgardians are supposed to speak another language than humans, and they spell it crap differently. So, yeah. So you can pause that. I've already read this, so I don't have to read it. But Thor in this comic looks sick. Like, he still has his hammer, and that is interesting, considering that Hela, his sister, broke the hammer. As the new this is actually interesting. I've already read this. You guys can stop and read it. Oh, this is the entire comic. Is that it? Oh, book 2. Listen, oh, this is the first page. This is the second page. Um, da, 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 da. It's that's not Galactus. Oh, yes, it is. It's just space form. Oh, wait, I went too fast there. So you guys can take a moment, pause it and read it. There's Galactus and Thor going into the cosmos. Pause it and read it if you need to. That's not Galactus. Well, it has the same helmet, but if we go back, Galactus has purple. Okay, well, it might be a space form. I know he has a black space form. Oh, went too fast. So you guys can take a moment. Oh, there's no words. I must have the Galactus. You'll must feed on planets that have an immense amount of energy. And they take Heimdall's little thingamabob, whatever the bridge thing's called, and take it to the galaxy, I'm assuming. To be continued. So I'm assuming, hold on, so what I'm assuming is this. They take a wrong step, and they come into our galaxy, Midgard, aka Fortnite world. That's actually really interesting. Oh, we got this back in the item shop. The Renegade, it's whatever it's called, Bob. But when you think about it, we have Deadpool in the game. We have not Aquaman. Whatever, Star-Lord. Why is Star-Lord with one? Oh, anyway, I skipped them all. I skipped everybody. Black Widow's in the game. Captain America. That you're not even a person, and then this guy. So I can actually see him because if you remember in the Captain America trailer, he came down from one of those little thingamabobs that scarred on the ground. So, but hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. So I'm gonna just talk about news crap. We still got this. Hopefully this carries over into the new season. Hopefully it does. So we're just new getaway is out. I will be making a video on this. So I think I'm gonna end it off here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And Jaybird out.